Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1,
You're
2.
not aiming that at me.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good thing I didn't hit him. 1, 2, 1, 2. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Alright, here we are back in Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. So apparently this is game is done up in 3 different main zones. So I think what I might do, I know earlier on I mentioned that I kind of want to split up longer games. So I might do that. Maybe just get through this until I'm through the first section, because there's a couple other games I kind of want to get into. Kitchen. I am shocked that it's already this far into the month. Or into the year, even.
You? Ah, shit. Another mouth to feed. Teargas must have been off his rocker if he thinks I can feed everyone with the little he gives me. I'm serious. If we don't open the keep soon, we'll have to start eating rats. Not that I can't cook them in a way that makes you think it's chicken.
You're always this angry.
It's a good thing you didn't start with calm down, or I'd have shoved my cleaver up your arse. Yeah, I'm pissed off. Because our gracious sovereigns recently decided to let in a bunch of refugees from the villages. They say they're running from the weirdness, but who knows, really? So now I have even more hungry mouths to feed. And since the captain ordered the letdown of our keep, the supplies are dwindling a lot faster than I'd like. Of course, I can make you 1,000 different dishes based on fish and crowds. But come on, even the keepers need some variety in their lives.
I can go outside the walls. Do you need anything specific?
Well, wow, an adventurer, are you? Ah, I'm good for now. But if you find something interesting, you can drop it off here. And, as a sign of goodwill, I'll allow you free reign of my kitchen. If you need to cook something, go ahead.
Can you teach me some recipes?
Oh, this is new. Maybe we'll get along after all. The dimwits here never want to learn. Only eat.
Anywhere I can get a good meal.
Oh, you're trying to piss me off, aren't you? If you don't like my food, then get lost. Go to Ron's Tavern and stop wasting my time.
Where can I find Ron's Tavern?
In the fishing village. That's where the
Fishing
guards
village.
retire to sit on their asses and fart. Or sit, fart, and drink themselves into a stupor.
Doesn't seem like you're in a hurry to
Hell
retire.
no. I'd rather stay useful here and drop dead at my stove than waste space over there. If someone's still fit to work but chooses to laze around all day instead, they should be kicked out, not rewarded with free beer.
Open shop. Okay, I need moonshine. Ooh. I might need, I think, I want to pick up all these recipes, but I will hold off for now. I want to see if I can get a few more dollars to my name. Cooking bot, interact, okay. Oh, okay, I already have the recipe for mashed potatoes. Oh, whatever. Where have I not gone? Ooh, and these ones are... not stealing, which means they're free. Stash. Okay. Nice. Move all crafting materials. Okay, that's cool. Light cast projectile. Where did I get this? Okay, stuff is potentially pricey. I do not have any spells. These are pretty light, I don't need to worry about them. Oh, I consume that. Is plus 5 health really that much? Okay. Why? Why is it using the key Y here? Okay, hold on. Does the disc mean that I haven't read it? I'll keep the bounties on me because I need those. Notes of Father Volad. The prayers. Old letter. I think I need to hold on to that. Alright. And this is for the... Oh, geez, that's some expensive garbage. I should probably sell that. Alright. That is helpful. First things first, I want to actually read those things. Ancient scroll. To all seekers of knowledge, keep these words you have stepped into that will lead you to the greatest treasure of all wisdom. As you are preparing to become a vessel for ancient druidic secrets, gather the following ingredients. Knowledge you seek: venison, onion, and a clove of garlic. Venison, onion, clove of garlic. Put them in a cauldron. Take those offerings to a sacred druidic site of your choosing. Put them on the... Okay, so I need venison, onion, and garlic. I need to grab that from the bag. Alright, and yeah, don't really need to care about that. What is Hebrew? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, for Beatrice. Catherine died, and what else? Okay, where is the husband? Deadest dreams. Marg, about the events. Okay. Okay, and I can track these. To Beatrice. Oh, okay, these for... I guess these are kind of like a Radiant quest or whatever that would be in Skyrim. Where you can just, gotta keep doing them. Farm them for EXP and loot. Okay, let's track this one. Okay, Jan Heber is the healer man. Yeah, the weirdness is gone.
Blessings upon you, stranger. May the word always resonate within your soul.
I've already been blessed with pincers, sure.
What do you mean, my child?
You are a red priest.
I'm afraid you are attributing too many characteristics to me based solely on the clothes I wear. The Horns of the South are my home. My mission is to spread the word. The word is good. I'm afraid that I simply cannot believe your blasphemous words without proof.
My scars.
So it's your word against the word. Let's leave it at that.
What do you think of the
It's
weirdness?
a sickness, a corruption, but also a mystery. Many of my brothers would call it a curse, a stain upon Avalon that must be purged. And yet, I wonder, did Kai not teach us that all things have a purpose? That even suffering carries wisdom? The weirdness twists and warps, yes. It consumes and it takes. But it also gives. Life grows in its wake. Strange and terrible, but life all the same. If we are to fight it, we must first understand it. And that is what frightens the church most of all. Understanding.
Are the hosts prepared to fight the weirdness?
As prepared as any men can be against something they barely understand. The swords and fire will hold back beasts. But what of the creeping rot that twists flesh and mind alike? But there is one thing. The Excalibur they keep here. It has not been wielded in an age, yet the weird does not creep near it.
How come?
Well, even as it rests upon its pedestal, the air around it remains untouched. The tendrils of corruption that strangle stone and steel refuse to claim it. The keepers may not see it for what it is, but I do. There is power in that blade. Something ancient, something beyond the church's teachings. And if it truly holds back the weirdness, then perhaps it was never meant for men alone.
So you feel safe here?
No. But safer than most, I suppose. But tell me, what is safety, truly? A stronghold? A weapon? A prayer? I've seen men with all three fall just the same. So no, I do not feel safe. But I do feel watched. And sometimes that is enough. Certainly.
Open shop.
Kai's blessings know no bounds. But
Okay, Monster Brain. 7 commanders. Okay, lose health. Mother's Embrace, okay. Alright.
may Kai's word.
Don't mind me. Doesn't say it's stealing, so I can take all of this I want. That's how it works. hat came off for a second. Oh yeah, I've been in here.
Welcome to the Museum of the Horns of the South, the southernmost keep under Camelot's jurisdiction.
So what do they spell it with K?
I'd also like to
Or the
bring
significance
your
letters.
attention to our numerous exhibits that are, as I like to say, inanimate witnesses of the history.
Tell me about the museum.
It began in the year 542. It is the crowning achievement of a group of keepers who were fascinated with Sewell Firstfoot. It took them years of tremendous effort to finally open an institution devoted to research and education, worthy of commemorating Sewell's great legacy. The first keeper of the museum was Gladwin Flanagan, who was personally appointed by Captain Berach the Black.
Sewell, I think I heard of
I
him.
don't doubt it, since Sewell Firstfoot was a remarkable figure, well known to every keeper. Drawing on available sources, we can claim with almost absolute certainty that Sewell Firstfoot was the first man who ever set foot on the island of Avalon. As you can probably guess, that's where his moniker, Firstfoot, comes from.
But that was just the first out of his many great deeds.
Oh, of course. Sewell was an outstanding commander whose strategic mind, bravery, and charisma contributed to our capture of the South from the Four Dwellers. He was also the founder of the Horns of the South, so I can say with absolute conviction that if it were not for Sewell Firstfoot, we wouldn't even be standing here having this conversation.
What kind of exhibits?
The museum holds a collection of 72 items of the so-called movable, tangible heritage. The collection includes big and small items that represent the world surrounding the keepers of the Horns of the South, from the 1st to the 6th century of the Avalonian era. Here you will find militaria, craft tools, everyday objects, furniture, textiles, coins, religious artifacts.
Interesting. Which exhibits are the most remarkable?
I'd say all exhibits are worthy of your attention, but I could point you to the ones I personally think to be the most notable, or subjectively, of course, the most interesting. Those would be the items that used to belong to Sewell Firstfoot. We have his signal horn, and also his boots. Those boots were the first to touch Avalonian soil. What is also worth mentioning is the tableware used by King Arthur himself during his visit to the Horns of the South in the 15th year of the Avalonian era.
You have Sewell's authentic boots. Can you tell me more about
Yes.
them? Sure.
Remarkable, isn't it? You can find them in the central. Sewell's boots were sewn from 3 pieces of tanned calfskin, tied at the top with a leather strap. The seam goes through the middle of the instep, which is decorated with ornamental embroidery. On the outer side of each shoe, you can find a decorative brass buckle with the motif of the Camelotian bear. It is notable that even after 600 years, they are still excellently preserved, which is unusual considering the high humidity in this area. It means that even the keepers of that time must have realized the historical value of Sewell's boots, and therefore made sure to adequately preserve them. It is indeed the horn was used by Sewell during wartime, not only for signaling, but also for intimidation. It is 50 centimeters long and made of the horn of an ox. It is the color of yellowed bone, with some ash gray. It has a brass mouthpiece and silver fittings on its wider side and at the middle. The shape of the fittings suggests that the horn was hanging on a leather strap, which unfortunately has not survived to this day.
Sealware.
It's a memento of the visit of the legendary ruler of Avalon. The tableware is made of tin coated with silver. It consists of a plate, a bowl, and a chalice. The edges are decorated with the motifs of Camelot, a crown and a bear. However, those ornaments are of visibly low quality. That detail, and the fact that those are the only wares from that time that have survived to this day, leads us to conclude that this set was cast specifically for that occasion, and that it was finished by a person unfamiliar with this kind of craft, perhaps a blacksmith or an armorer.
So there is one game earlier than this. I think it's a top-down game, the Tainted Grail series or whatever. Maybe it's a reference to a player character from back then. It's enough. Talk about something else. King Arthur is supposed to be on ships. What happened?
Oh, truly? I never... What do they teach you in those rural schools? Likely nothing, but you are fortunate. For Saras, the flagship of King Arthur's fleet, was
fell victim to
a
rebels.
group of the
But then again, if it's 600 years ago, it would have just,
individuals
disintegrated normally.
misled by the empty promises of Merlin's apprentice Nimue, dared to seize, and several smaller vessels also, in a... all of this in the midst of... Naturally, such... King Arthur ordered Merlin to summon a terrible storm that dragged the rebels. He did so to prevent anyone else. He wisely believed that returning to their homelands amounted to little more than a romanticized form of extended suicide. Honor and glory to King Arthur for that decision. Had more people followed the rebels' example, Avalon would not have retained enough population to maintain stability and form a functioning society.
Can you tell me something more?
Really? Do you mean it? Thank you. That's...
I used to
Usually
positive
people
feedback.
only come here when they've had too much to drink and decided that it'd be fun to come over and start mocking me, or touching the exhibits with their greasy fingers. The last person who seemed to actually be interested in the museum was Lady Elaine. We talked a bit about Captain Lex, and the trip that ended tragically in the year 513. It was described in The Last Voyage of the Andraste. An interesting read, although I'd say it should be classified as fiction. Lady Elaine thought differently. Apparently she's looking for the wreck of the Andraste. Can you believe that?
So Andraste, that's the name of the goddess from a Dragon Age series. Maybe I shouldn't be there.
Definitely. Personally, I believe that people gifted with curious minds should share their observations, for there's always a chance it will result in new developments. You should find Lady Elaine in the tavern, or somewhere close to it. Good luck.
Thank you. Okay, onward to questing.
I should stay out of trouble.
Map. Okay, yeah, she's outside the thing. Looks like there's a walkway right here. Oops. Oh, hey. Did not see any of this. Okay, let's try going down here first. That long bridge seems like a bit of a thing. Possibly even main story quest implications. Oh. It's one of those things that you get inside and you can move, looks like rocks from down there. I gotta step carefully.
Always good to have a little rest. Hey. Hello. Are you also wondering why the heck we need them? Lighthouses. Why the hell are Dara and his workers pushing so hard to build the second one? Is one not enough? Is it because one is less than two and less is worse? I mean, two lighthouses next to each other are almost the same as one, and ships don't even sail this way anymore.
Maybe it's traditional or symbolism.
Ah, symbolism. Yeah, maybe. Whatever that is.
Mention the ships don't sail anymore.
Why would they? The waters are treacherous, so no ships. Storms and the weirdness are a deadly combination. Besides, who'd have the time to build or repair them? There are enough problems on the island. We don't need more.
Tell me about the horns.
Well, not much going on here, as you can see. Things have been a bit different lately, due to the refugees. One was even hanged for theft. But I can't say much more as I wasn't there. If you're interested in the horns, you should visit our museum. You'll learn more about that fella, Swal, or whatever his name is.
What about the refugees?
What do I think? As long as they follow the rules, they can stay. And if they don't, then they can hang. That's all. Folks are saying that there's some other group, probably more dangerous, not so far from here. If they come closer, well, that wouldn't be too good. It's boring, but at least you don't have to pay to enter. But almost nobody goes there anyway.
What can one do here?
You can stay here and serve. Sit in the tavern, drink and eat something. If you're looking for an adventure, you'll have to go elsewhere. There's always something happening out in the world. But you know what? Here in the south, everything happens late. It's a big world out there, and a small one right here.
Thank you.
Gotta admit though, it does look...
Oh, okay. Cannot go that way. Can we get into that tower at all? Looks like no. Well, actually... Yeah, looks like no. Let's check down here. Wonder if this is the tavern. Wasn't expecting as much vertical layout of the area, you know what I mean? Drog. Your name sounds familiar.
Hey, you're heading to the village, right? Tiernan should let you in. Take this medicine to my father, will you? Goban is a loud man. You shouldn't have trouble finding him.
I'll take it.
I can't promise that talking to him will be any fun. Come to me afterwards.
Violence of the village.
He used to serve too. In fact, he was the builder before me. Now he's just an old fart angry at the world.
But a father is a father, right? We may hate each other, but as long as I can help him, I will. Hence the medicine.
What's wrong with your
If
father?
Heber doesn't know, then I don't either. So we keep trying. Because he received orders not to let any keeper through without a pass, and I don't have one. I've already used mine. Guess what I used it on? That's right, bringing medicine to my father. When that Egypt gets an order, he's like a priest who stumbled into an orgy. He's got a stick up his ass. Nothing gets through him.
Are the keepers allowed to have wives?
Not all
children?
keepers have been here their entire life, you know? He got me before he joined the Hordes. Serves me right for wanting to find him, stupid son of a bitch. If only I knew what it would entail.
You regret becoming a
I
keeper.
don't know. Following my old man here was all I ever wanted. Never sold myself as anything else. Tried picturing myself as a husband, a father once. But, nah. I wouldn't know how to raise a kid. I'd just mess them up. Like father, like son, I guess.
So, can anyone become a keeper no matter their age?
Well, no, of course not. We're not priestesses of the All-Mother. A woman can be an old crone and still devote herself to the All-Mother. But a man's got to have some fight left in him to be a keeper. Old enough to hold a sword, young enough to not break under its weight. We all got different roles around the keep, sure. But at the core, we're warriors. Don't forget that.
Why the second
If I
lighthouse?
had a gold coin for every time someone asked me that, I could fund the damn thing myself. Look, it's Camelot's orders. I get paid to follow them, not to question them. If they want to throw money at us to keep up appearances, that's their problem. I'm not about to stop them. See you
Alright.
around.
Alright, Drog's house.
Oh, Mother
have mercy. Not another one. If I let you pass, will you promise not to make any trouble?
No promises.
Just my luck. Take the post, Tiernan, they told me. You'll be looking after a village full of old farts. That's practically early retirement, they said. What a load of crap. There's always something. If it's not the deck falling apart, it's a refugee running around biting people.
Set of refugees biting
Well,
people.
to be fair, he only bit one person. But it was a keeper. I know Mahone can be a piece of shit sometimes, but gods. Now both of them are sick. And Haber's got no clue what's wrong. Which is the only reason that refugee isn't dead. Yet. So, he's sitting in a cage. His wife's crying all day and everyone's pissed. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in the middle of it all.
Maybe this isn't
No
a
need
job
to
for
tell
you.
me that. But I can't just go back to patrolling the walls. I'd be a laughingstock. I'd rather sit here and hope everything works itself out. I mean, everyone's gotta die someday, right? So whether it's me or them, at least my problems will be over.
Anything else happened
No,
recently?
not really. Fortunately.
What happened to the
Deck?
deck?
Nah, just old wood. Honestly, it's the least of my problems. But I've got no way to fix it. Dara's always busy with his lighthouse, and every time I try to do it myself, someone else needs me for something. I can't even sneak out to the tavern because last time some rich bint started complaining that everything here smells of fish. That's a seaside village. What else would it smell of?
I can help fix the deck.
You do that? That would be a huge relief. Well, maybe not huge. There are bigger problems, but it'd be a start. Truth be told, I don't know why they want it so badly. It's for boats. No one here even uses boats. But, well, you know how it is with old folks. Once they get fixated on something, there's no point in arguing. I'd pay if I could, but this was supposed to be my job. The budget's long gone. But if you're interested, I could teach you a thing or two about home decor. Not exactly standard keeper knowledge, but, well, we all have our secrets.
Okay, that's you're into home decor.
Surprised? Can't blame you. This might sound odd coming from someone stationed in a glorified fish bucket, but I've got a thing for furniture. The only thing more mismatched than the barracks around here is my career choice. But, yeah, I like imagining places where things fit. Where chairs don't wobble. Tables don't look like someone hacked them together with a dull axe, and beds. Well, beds don't feel like they're plotting your murder while you sleep.
Would have guessed you were into furniture.
Not exactly a secret I broadcast.
You
Most
just
folks
did.
See me as Tiernan the Grumbler. But, hey, we've all got something that keeps us sane, right? Mine just happens to be daydreaming about nicer chairs.
Tell me more about the wrench
Oh,
bench.
she's a real piece of work, that one. Her name's Lady Elisa. Something. I don't remember. She came here with her husband. Poor man. You never heard him get a word in. You know, sometimes I regret not getting married. But if I had a wife like her, I'd just end up being a keeper all over again. Please, try not to make my life harder.
You don't tell me what to do. Burdock root. I do this in Skyrim too. I just like pick every flower I walk by. It's kind of a thing. It's almost compulsive. So those ones, it like picks up the entire plant, but those ones, it just like picks the fruit. Maybe they just ran out of time or whatever. Hello.
What do you want? To gawk at the beast? Well, I'll have to disappoint you. My Cole is not the monster you all believe him to be.
Has something
So
happened?
you really don't know? If you're not from here, I'm not sure what could have brought you to this hellhole, but you have my sympathies. Just know that Cole isn't like that. Something is poisoning his mind and soul. I don't know what it is, or why it happened to Cole, but now we're all at the mercy of those damned keepers.
Tell me what happened.
One evening there was a quarrel between our group, the villagers, and one of the keepers. They'd had a bit too much to drink and let some comments slip. They hurled insults at us, saying there's no place for us here, that we should just get the hell out of here because things are hard for everyone. Hard? Sure. I bet that bunch of wimps wouldn't last a week outside. All they do is sit in that keep of theirs, thinking they're the defenders of justice.
What happened next?
Well, Cole went mad. I've never seen him like that before. He attacked that keeper and bit him. It was serious, but the keeper survived. If it weren't for the other men from the village, things could have ended very differently. Afterwards, they chained Cole up and locked him in a cage. His condition started to worsen. They said a monster like him doesn't deserve a jail cell. Jail cells are for humans. Bastards.
They didn't kill him on the spot.
Surprising, isn't it? It seems that Quartermaster Fergus banned any kind of vigilante behaviour. And the local healer said he wants to make sure whatever made Cole this way isn't contagious. So as long as that question remains unanswered, we're at a standstill. But honestly, if anything happens to that keeper, I have no doubt Cole will be killed and will be thrown out of the keep.
When did he start feeling this way?
This might sound silly, but before we reached the keep, we came near a strange structure. The locals call it the Arch Spire. In the morning, we realised everyone had a strange dream, but it was a little different for each of us. Cole started acting weird after that, and in time it only got worse.
Did he tell you what his dream was
No,
about?
only that, well, it didn't make much sense, but he was convinced that something bit him. He kept checking. It must have been some bug. Something changed by the weirdness. That must have caused his fever, his insanity.
Can you describe how the evening went before the
Well,
night?
it was pretty typical. We started a fire and threw some cobwebs into it. Fran brought them back from one of his treks. That boy could always find them somehow. It was our protection from the night and the weirdness. Ellis was on watch that day, but from what he told us, he eventually fell asleep. We were lucky no one slit our throats.
Where was your camp?
We set up camp near the Arch Spire. We hoped that bandits wouldn't dare to venture into a place like that. Well, now I know why we could have been right. With everything that's been happening
They know
lately,
better.
I'm ready to believe in every strange thing in this world.
Okay. One of the keepers gave you these flowers, said it was a gesture of solidarity.
What? What? How dare you? Do you know the meaning of those flowers in that configuration?
Nobody.
Revenge. Revenge, deception, and death. There's nothing nice about it, and I don't know if he did it on purpose or if he's just an idiot. But trust me, it's not a nice gesture. Thank you. For them. You were from nowhere, just like me. That's why I believe you. Take those flowers away, burn them, throw them in a cauldron, whatever. I don't want to look at them.
What brought
right.
you here?
I forgot to introduce myself.
Or are those Keeper Dickum?
I'm Beatrice. As for me and Cole, well, we left Ree hoping to find a quiet place to rest for a bit. We planned to travel the King's Road toward Camelot. Well, here we are. We found our bloody Camelot. Cole is locked up and all I can do is shed bitter tears.
Right. Is that where you're from?
Yeah, we grew up there. The village was built around a trade route. My parents ran a tavern that stood right by the road. We had a good life. We lacked for nothing. Well, that was before the damned grubwood started spitting out monsters. Then more and more caravans disappeared into the forest. People were telling stories that grew more horrifying by the day. In the end, taking that route meant certain death.
What happened to the tavern?
The same thing that will happen to every place on this godforsaken island. Ruin. We used to have generous clientele. Merchants and emissaries from all over Avalon. They had deep pockets, always left lots of gold.
Emissaries.
That changed. Then our only income came from the villagers, who were getting drunker and poorer by the day.
So you decided to leave.
That was always our plan. Cole and I never wanted to stay there forever. Beatrice and Cole from the village of Ree, that wasn't us.
Your parents stayed?
Yeah. I doubt I'll ever see them again. I don't think there's anything worth going back for.
What about the others from
Each of us has a different story. Some wanted to seek their fortune elsewhere, like me and Cole. Some had to flee their homes because of bandits pillaging their villages, or because of the weirdness. Ree could be one of those places by now. There's so much turmoil in this world. People can suddenly lose themselves, becoming a danger to those they once loved.
When did you
2 or
arrive?
3 weeks ago. Things were starting to get difficult. The supplies we brought with us were running low. A larger group of people is always helpful. There's always someone to talk to and share the work with. But it also means more mouths to feed and more worries to deal with. It's not easy. Be careful out there.
Anything else? No.
Be careful out there.
Can I talk to Cole? Can you hear me? You did. Okay. Nope. Well. Oh, hey, another fast travel beacon. Yoink. Another aetherite shard or something.
Buy something or bugger off. Unless you've already bought from Orla. Then just bugger off.
So you pursue potential by being rude.
Pursue potential customers. Listen here, pal. Clearly you don't understand how trading works in a place like this. I've no idea where you come from, but here, it's the potential customer who needs to pursue the vendor. And that vendor decides to sell to... It's the vendor who makes the decision, not the other way around. How many people here do you think are offering to exchange goods for coins? I'll tell you, not bloody many.
You mentioned Orla.
Yeah, Orla. A woman merchant from the keep. Go on, try giving her your money. I bet she'll just shortchange you and call it a day. She has no wit and no finesse when it comes to trading.
If you say so.
I wouldn't mind knowing that myself. She stole a lucrative business contract out from under me and my family, then made herself at home here. Damn those Timberwall merchants. Everyone's always yammering about Timberwall. Timber this, timber that. Bugger them all. Remember, Good business, only with Connacht. Fair prices, no bullshit.
What contract?
I just told you. A business contract. It's an agreement. Two sides. Sometimes you can also exchange material goods. But anyway, it fell through. The captain'd rather deal with that woman. Good riddance to him. What?
You're from
Yes, Connacht. From a merchant family, to be specific. Though I've always wanted to join the Royal Geographers. To chart the uncharted. But I broke my leg. Badly enough that I couldn't travel anymore.
How'd you end up
After
here?
the accident, I was stuck at home, sitting on my ass and looking after the books. It was driving me crazy. Not what I wanted from life. When that contract I told you about fell through, I stayed here for a bit. Lost track of time. My brother got worried, so he came looking for me. I told him I'm not going back empty-handed. So he said we might as well do business here then. He helped me set up the shop, then left for home.
Royal Geographer.
You've never heard of them? They're a guild of explorers, dating back to the Age of Legends. They travel across Avalon, documenting all the lost and forgotten places, crawling through hidden caves, discovering old ruins. That's what LSA and I dreamed of. Though, only one of us got to live it.
As fun as it sounds.
Oh yeah? Maybe you wouldn't know a good thing if it bit you right in the ass. I swear, people these days.
Who's Elise?
Well, a friend from back home. It was a long time ago. We were both snot-nosed kids who didn't know any better. We'd run around Connacht, drawing maps of every corner we could find. And on the farms, LSA insisted on marking every stone in the fields. My mother used to get on my ass for wasting so much paper and charcoal. Good times.
What happened
She
to
got
her?
in with the geographers, started running errands for them. Well, it was right after my accident. I might have acted a bit rashly. Said some things I shouldn't have. You know how it goes. We stopped talking, and then she left Connacht. Haven't seen her since.
What was the most unexpected thing about
First
the place?
thing I did when I arrived was ask the locals what this village is called. And they just said, wait for it, the village. There's also a sunken village nearby. So I asked them what that one was called, and they said, the Sunken Village. So I asked what it was called before it was flooded, and they told me, the village. How do you even work with that?
How long have you had your business?
Long enough to know what sells. Not that I'd mind having a wider selection of goods, you know. Some more options on offer. But people here don't need much, so what you see is all I have. Then there's the refugees. For now, I guess they're good business. But long term, doubt it. Sooner or later they'll run out of money. They don't have any way to earn it since no one wants them here. They'll get kicked out, or they'll just leave and not come back. But there'll be others around to keep the businesses running, more or less.
Open shop. Okay. Fish oil, moonshine. Yes. Just what I need. Already have one of these, I think. Fishing rod. I have not tried the fishing. I think I'm going to try that off stream first. Yeah, I don't need to buy any of those. Well, I was looking for the tavern to buy some moonshine, but I got some moonshine, so that works. Who are you? No one. Okay, I guess they're just guards. Mute Finley. Hello, Mute. You look, interesting.
Excuse me, could you get me a clean glass? And I mean clean, not just wiped 3 times with a dirty rag.
Do I look like a bar wench?
I'm not sure. I don't mean to say that you peasants all look the same, but you have to understand it's quite difficult for people like me to tell anyone apart in this dreariness. Especially since there seems to be so many people like you here. I thought the South was supposed to be more secluded.
People like you.
My name is Alyssa Murray, and I'm here with my husband, a very important cloth merchant. But surely you must have heard about our family. Not to brag, but we are rather prominent. I am famed amongst Camelot's courtiers for throwing the most magnificent feasts.
Your dress is unique.
Thank you. I designed it myself. I wanted to blend in with the people of the South. The savage tribes, the brave lightkeepers. I wanted to make an homage to them with my new style, and I do believe I've succeeded. I can feel everyone here gazing at me with awe.
Yep, definitely. Everyone says your dress is
Give
perception. %, let's go.
it a few weeks and everyone here will be trying to copy me. It happens in Camelot all the time. It's almost insufferable.
What are you
Well,
doing?
my Duncan is here on business, of course. A very important contract with the Lightkeepers. I decided to accompany him because I have never been to the South, and I've heard so much about its wild, untamed beauty. So far, it's turned out to be terribly dull. And the smell! It's like stale fish and sweat. Hopefully I don't have to suffer it much longer. Pray, tell me, do you know anyone here who would run a small errand for me?
What kind of errand?
Oh, nothing major. You see, I've had my eye on this beautiful abandoned estate overlooking the sea. It's not very far from here, but it's far enough away from all this rabble. If we stay here for a while, I need a place for myself. You understand that, right? No offense, but I can't keep living in a filthy room at an inn. When I asked the innkeeper to draw me a bath, he brought me a bucket. A bucket! Can you imagine?
Oh, I don't think I can. That sounds like a terrible ordeal.
Finally, someone sympathetic to my plight. My Duncan has been heartless about it. He just keeps going on about how I was the one who wanted to come here. He told me to deal with it. Can you believe that? The nerve of the man.
Wait, does he know about your plans for the estate?
Well, what he doesn't know can't hurt him, can it? He should be glad that I can take care of myself. I'm not like the other high-born women, sitting around waiting to be handed everything on a silver platter. And besides, he knows better than to say no to me.
Can we get to the
Fine.
point?
The problem is that the manor appears to have some occupants, not legal ones, mind you, who need to be evicted. Forcibly, if there's no other way. You'll do it for me, won't you, dear? Splendid! I can't wait to start decorating. Maybe something nautical, to go with the sound of the waves crashing on the cliffs? Or do you think that's a trifle trite?
Okay.
You seen all the refugees coming from the nearby villages? They're trying to get away from the bandits and the weirdness.
Aye, I've seen 'em. Can't blame 'em for wanting some safety. With bandits and the weirdness creeping closer, who wouldn't be scared?
There may be, but I don't trust strangers. They could be bringing trouble with them. Never know what kind of folk you're letting in.
They're just trying to survive, same as the rest of us. Besides, where else would they go?
Speaking of the refugees, you hear about that one Cole? Looks like he's ill or something.
Aye, I heard. Poor lad's in rough shape. But thank the Old Mother it's not the Red Death. We couldn't deal with that here.
Still don't sit right with me. Sick folks in a crowded place? It's a risk case.
Maybe, but what are we gonna do? Turn them away? We've all got our burdens to carry.
This image repeats. See, here's
Did you
the
hear about the captain's lockdown?
line.
Looks like the lads aren't too happy
okay,
about
whatever.
it. Can't you see we're talking here? You seen all the refugees coming from the nearby villages? They're trying to get away from the bandits.
Who are you? Oh, Elaine.
Hello, child. You look competent enough. I can see that you're not of noble blood. Oh, no need to tell me that. I have tutored the children of aristocrats from all over Avalon. Fortunately for you, my opinion of them is not particularly high. Oh, and you don't look like one of the locals. Are you a visitor? Or an adventurer?
What's it to you?
You can talk. Now, I'm sure we'll get along. My name is Lady Elaine. I oversee the Farshire Library, the greatest collection of books in this part of Avalon.
Great to meet you.
Oh, biding my time, until a brave adventurer with a death wish comes along and asks if there's anything they can help me with.
Breaking the fourth wall a little bit there. What do you need?
Surprising. I'm looking for someone who will help me find a certain artifact. So, are you interested, child?
Yes. Give me the
I
detail.
came to the Horns of the South because I found a fascinating book. It referred to a certain object, a figure most likely, which has the ability to dispel the wordness like a menhir can. Apparently, it can be found on the ship called Andraste, which sank over 100 years ago somewhere in this area. However,
okay.
when I asked those nincompoops about it, they just laughed at me. They said that the Andraste wasn't carrying anything of value, and even if it was, they wouldn't freeze their butts off in those chilly waters.
Tell me about the book.
The Last Voyage of the Andraste by Elvis the Lightkeeper. He was one of the more notable keepers. In his waning years, he became an adjutant to Captain Lex. But it's best if you read it yourself. You can read, can't you? But just be very careful. This is a very rare publication. Read it very carefully, and after you're done, come to me, and I'll tell you more. A deal?
Fine, hand me the book.
And they say young people don't want to learn anything. Come on, chop, 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 get to reading.
Okay. This smells like a trap. Alright, Elvis Light, it was not a good place, especially not for humans. The odd instruments used for God knows what, the signs written in a strange language, and that disturbing figure. To this day, the mere memory of it makes me shiver. And to think that all this was, and maybe still is, lurking so close to the Horns of the South. If you ask me, they should bury the entrance to that mine and seal it up forever. Excuse me. I tried to convince Captain Lex not to take anything from those accursed chambers, but he wouldn't listen. The four-armed figure didn't look like all that much to me, but I could see how alluring it was to the captain. It reminded me of those strange menhirs I heard about from the inland villagers, only not so impressive in stature. On the captain's orders, we threw the cargo into the hold and steered towards the Isle of the Dead and its island asylum. Isle of the Dead, writing those words and reflecting on everything that happened afterwards. I realized how cruel that name is. I was wrenched from my musings by roaring sound, almost like a clap of thunder. It knocked me off my feet, flinging me at the mast like a rag doll. It took a while for me to realize that something had hit the bottom of the ship. Something huge. Water flooded the deck. People were running around screaming. Well, at least those who hadn't already been thrown overboard earlier. I had no idea what was happening. Did Nolly ram us into some rocks? Nolly's kind of a weird name. Then came another blow, this time portside. This was when I saw her. Every sailor in the South had heard stories about the terror from the deep, and there she was. Her scaly body gleamed before my eyes for only a moment, but it was a sight I will never forget as long as I live. The ship was sinking, yet I could not stop staring at the spot where I had seen the sea monster. A moment later, a piece of the mast hit me in the head, and I lost consciousness. To this day, I do not know whether I owe my survival to the will of the gods, or a twist of fate, or a whim of the monster. Why me? Why was I chosen to tell this story? If so, then that is what I shall do, and I humbly offer my thanks to the forces I cannot comprehend for giving me the chance to fulfill this task. Okay.
And? Have you read The Last Voyage of the Andraste?
Yes, I have.
Oh, splendid, splendid. Oh, it's an excellent book, don't you think? Now, let's test your reading comprehension. According to Elvis the Lightkeeper, in the mine near the Horns of the South, they found something that they took with them on the ship. Do you remember what that was, child?
Some statuette with figurine.
That's right. This is the artifact I'm looking for. One that might be vital to repelling the wordness. According to Elvis's description, the figure is smaller than a menhir, and light enough that they were able to carry it to the ship without any trouble. Were it small, it would probably have been placed in Captain Lex's quarters instead of in the hold. I've estimated it should be about 1 meter tall. Good. Next question. What was the Andraste's destination?
The Island Asylum, I think so.
Correct. Be very careful with what I'm about to tell you. But some believe that the Red Priests are dedicated to studying the wordness instead of the Red Death. Captain Lex must have thought they'd pay him generously for a four-dweller artifact. Last question.
Wait.
What sank the Andraste?
When did this happen? How long's the Red Death been going on? It seems like they keep saying, oh, this happened 100 years ago, but then they're talking like it, happened just yesterday. Sea monster.
Yes. You did well, child. I can see that you were paying attention. According to Elvis, the Andraste was sunk by the legendary Terror from the Deep. But if you want to know more...
Terror from the Deep is the name of an XCOM game.
They should be much better informed.
Just throw that out there.
Now, all you need to do is find the wreck of the Andraste and retrieve the mysterious figure.
Okay, where did it sink?
Oh, if only I knew. It must have happened somewhere on the way between the Horns of the South and the Island Asylum. Oh, but where exactly? Fortunately, I know something that could help us. In the Horns of the South Museum, there are some extremely interesting books and documents lying around and collecting dust. Can you imagine having such treasures at hand and choosing to completely ignore them? Oh, barbarians.
She is one of the better voice actors they've had in this game so far.
Logbook, which was saved by Elvis. I've read it, of course, but I know nothing about sailing. I'm sure such a competent child as yourself will handle it much better. Go to the Horns of the South Museum, read the logbook, and then tell me whether you managed to locate the wreck of the Andraste.
Hold on. It says it's, not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Gotta make sure its connection's not dead or something like that. Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure. It's going. Maybe a bit choppy, but it's going. Let's talk to some more of these. Tedgan.
Who are you? Another refugee?
This place is already crawling with your lot. It's like a Camelosian privy after a feast. In my day, you only saw old, familiar faces round here. And maybe we didn't all love each other. But a local is a local. It was easier to share with others, even when you didn't have much.
Not a refugee.
That's so. Fine. Whatever you say. But yeah, I could see that you don't really look like one of them. Just pass them through then. Shame it had to be now. Not so long ago, we just sat down and had a drink with the rest of the lads. Now I come here alone.
Why are you sitting in your
I don't know. But you could put something on the table, and then maybe we can talk.
Order something.
Thank
Yeah, I only
you.
have one alcohol on me, and I need it for the
better.
recipe.
We used to come here, the three of us. Me, Berg, and Fedley. But lately, something's gotten into Berg, and it all kinda fell apart. Hell knows what happened. One day he just stopped talking to us. We went to his house to get him, but he only cursed a blue streak at us. Say, mate, do you feel like talking to an old obla? I feel bad for him, but I've got no more patience. And Finley. Let's just say Finley's no good at this stuff.
Wait, isn't Finley the mute?
Now you're talking. Ever since he got so maudlin, Berg usually sits alone by the sea. Let me know what's wrong with him.
Okay.
Beer from
Ron.
Kunecht, wine from Farshire, moonshine, only local, the best there is. And fish, lots and lots of fish. What's your poison?
Hopefully not.
Stale fish? Yeah. Look around. You're in the capital of fresh fish. Unless you're buying from Heffen. I can't vouch for him. Here though, take your pick. All today's catch.
So, I'm getting a little confused here, because this guy's obviously, like, Irish. I wouldn't think that'd be... Or I guess in this fantasy world, I don't know
You
what
mean the
the
old pier? Well, first of all,
nationalities are.
it's not that old. Brennan was already the captain when it was built. Why is it called that? Don't know. Probably because of all those old folks around. A lot has been happening here lately. Plenty of new faces. I definitely can't complain. I'm finally running a proper tavern. People come and go and the regulars drink as usual. As it should be. Daddy will be proud.
Your father running
Hey,
tavern.
not here, obviously. You won't see your old man here unless your name's Dara. Mine sent me here because he hoped I'd make something out of my life. He never wanted me to pour a beer and look at the same tired mugs day in, day out, but as it turns out, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I got mauled by a weird during a hunt, and after that, the captain decided I wasn't any good for active service, so he sent me here. I was bored out of my mind, and since there wasn't one here, I decided to start a tavern. At least I'm not as bored anymore.
Okay. What do you got? Okay, good enough. I am collecting a lot more quests than I thought I would be in this game.
Oi, Noel! What if I pulled Excalibur from that stone, but it broke, but only at the tip? Would I still get to be king, or not?
You're so daft, Randall. Some magical lass living in a lake gave the king the sword when he broke his own bashing four-armed skulls.
So, the one in the stone, what's that called? It's not Excalibur, is it?
Nah, the one in the stone was called, don't know. Sword in the stone, I guess.
Pretty sure that's
Sod it. Whatever.
both Excalibur.
So, if I poured the sword in the stone from the, stone...
Alright, check over here. Looks like there are no rooms in the inn. Man sad.
Oi.
Sad man
around here, are you? Come on. Sit down and tell me something about the world out there.
What do you want to know?
Don't know. If I knew what to ask, I'd have asked it already. Now that I believe. Everywhere's a mess. Even here. I remember when we were held in the same regard as Camelot. Look at us now. They're taken in wimps. It's nothing like the old days.
Things were better back then?
You bet they were. It's all been falling apart ever since they put Captain Brendan in charge. That one's got two coins where his eyes should be, if you ask me. Doesn't care about anyone or anything. He's just looking out for his own skin. Worst captain I ever served under, no doubt. Not that I serve anymore. I'm retired now.
Anything interesting happening
Filth
around here?
everywhere. And it reeks of fish. Everyone's terrified of the weirdness. It's hard to believe I've lived long enough to see times like these. Not that long ago, we used to scare kids with stories about the weirdness. Now? Grown men wet themselves if we tell the same tales. Honestly, I'm done with it all. I don't even recognize this world anymore. And I don't want to.
What do you think of Fergus?
Don't even get me started. Fergus always claims he's busy, but for the life of me, I can't figure out what he actually does. Probably just pretends to work. I talk to Riderick from the museum sometimes, but that one's a real know-it-all. We always end up arguing about how things used to be. If you ask me, they're all just as bad as each other. It's never gonna be the same again. My brothers are gone, and I'm left here, all alone.
Tell me about the old traditions in the home to the south.
We had a beautiful tradition. Choosing new keepers was done differently back then. You had to lie down and sleep in a special spot, but that's all I'm gonna say. It's a secret, and it looks like it'll die with me. Of course I do. In my day, it wasn't sunken. It was a beautiful, lively place. Pilgrims would visit the All-Mother's Temple and Excalibur, and end up in the village. It broke my heart when I heard about the flooding. They say the Druids caused it, but who really knows? It doesn't matter now, who did or didn't do what. It's over, that's all. Now go on, leave me, like everyone else has. There's nobody left with any sense to talk to.
All right. Huh? Unauthorized entry to the castle grounds. Okay. Or gifts of bread. The seagulls are already a nuisance. Herrings of... Okay. Fishing records. Beg you, please don't take everything we own. We may be refugees, but that doesn't mean our belongings are for... right shoe was found on the beach. Please pick it up at the tavern. But bring proof you own the left one. Alright. Weird. Okay, who are you? Oh yeah, I need a piece of venison. Another recipe. I'm not sure if I have a piece or not. Nothing. Okay. Weird. Looks like there's a door there, but the door's over there. Whatever. Wooden villa. Dreaming of owning property by the sea? Ooh, alright. With a charm salty, the homes are ventilated. Mostly unobstructed by the collapsing pier. I will consider it later. Oh! Free to take venison. I don't know why that one has a up arrow on it. Oh, probably because there's more than one. I'm guessing. You anything? You are nothing. You are nothing. Oh, there's Berg.
What do you want? Who are you?
Ted again asked me to speak with you.
Ha! Guess he's got nobody else to get pissed with. Finley never liked drinking alone with him. Tagden tends to get into one of his moods. And? What? That's all? You're bothering me just because that old rascal is sitting alone in the inn with nobody to natter to. You people, bugger off.
Okay. Before I head back, I want to check around here. I've already had the whole thing with the Krokmar or whatever spoiled. So I know he bites your arm off, but wasn't even, trying to look for anything. I was just, flipping through some shorts or whatever, and I saw some other streamer doing it, but I was like, oh, okay. That's a spoiler. Am I getting, weirdness? I feel like I've experienced so much from running. Ooh. A firm bow. Let's take a look at that. $17. Ooh, requires 7 dexterity. Holy crap. Whoa. Oh, but the numbers. The numbers. Okay, I'll hold on to that. Come on. Divine Battle Axe, okay. Yep, now I'm in the weirdness. What even happens if you're out here too long? 50 wood. Okay. Do not believe I have 50. Oh. They just straight up disappear. Okay.
You asking me? They came.
That was the keep when you served.
No damn rabble begging at the gate. Back then, sure. Civilians came and went. We had a rule. No freeloading. You watch your damn mouth. We did everything we... And besides, how do you know these leeches are even telling the truth?
What do you mean you've lost your breath?
It used to mean something to be a kid. Now, bunch of soft.
Alright.
Do you see anything interesting around? Decent place to... Well,
try the
if you're
sunken
looking
village.
to sightsee, try the sunk.
Alright.
At all.
Where is the sunken village, though? Come on. Oh, I can't even access the map in here. Okay, that's weird. Okay, let's see here. Quest, drinking buddies. Maybe Finley will. No, Finley will not. I think Finley is a mute. He was literally called Mute Finley. Oh yeah, he stands right there, but not at night. So I don't know if there's a way to pass time. Okay, well I got the stuff for this one, so let's go do that. Oh yeah, I've not been up here. Alright, they're asleep and they will not wake up. It's not like Skyrim where you could hold people out of bed. I know I'm going to keep comparing it to Skyrim, which is maybe a bit unfair, but I mean, what am I saying? It's fair. Yeah, I don't need to steal their crap. Okay, these people are named, so I figure they probably have some kind of quest thing assigned to them, so I'll have to come back later when they're awake. So there's scaffolding around that building. Let's go. See if we can figure out how to get up there. Might just be decoration. Oh well. But yeah, I think probably go to a campfire. Pass the time there. Let's take that bridge now. So this area is still within the protective area. Check this out. I wonder if there's a way to get back. Come on. There's something over here. No. Just some loot. Have I talked to this guy? I don't think I have.
Just keep your head down.
What's the feat?
What
your feet? And my priceless seedlings. I swear, your nosiness will be the death of you.
Do you need?
I have everything I need. And you, the fly.
I just got here.
I'm Owen, and this is what I do here.
Who's this?
Always. It's safe. I can keep an eye on it, and I can chase off the seagulls. And when the weirdness comes, and the dead start rising up from their graves, then a rooftop garden will be much safer than one on the ground.
Okay.
I let Rark in. He doesn't talk so much.
How can you call somebody your best friend you don't like talking?
My hoe in your skull would be worth 1,000 words. No, I can handle a few seagulls. I'm not like that idiot Gwilyn.
Okay.
Need to talk to plants to help them grow.
Everything will be just fine.
Chickens, okay. Can I jump over here?
Just keep your head down. Bloody seagulls! Can you hear me? You flying vermin! A keep by the sea. What a great idea that.
Seagulls.
I'm fixated. Me? Oh, you didn't see what they did to me a week ago. I was just standing watch as usual, and then, suddenly, splat. A dozen of them flying overhead, screeching, shitting and whatnot. So I yelled what I think about them, shaking my fist. And then another 4, splat! And they kept screeching. I tell you, they're laughing at me. I spent all night cleaning my armor. Sewell didn't think it through when he decided where to put the keep, mark my words.
They're just
sure.
birds.
If you haven't noticed yet, everything here tries to destroy you, including the bloody seagulls. I once managed to shoot a few. I thought they'd learned their lesson and wouldn't be flying over here anymore. And guess what they did? They kept shitting with increased force, like they're planning it. Vengeful scoundrels. I need to try a different strategy. Find something that will make them feel real terror. Like the way crows are afraid of scarecrows in fields. I'm sure seagulls also have something that scares them. We just need to find out what it is.
I can help.
Thank you. I just need you to bring me some kind of a bird scarer. They'll learn their lesson and keep away from me.
Everything might work
I don't know. I'm not sure if there's anyone crazy enough to take up something like this. There is one guy in the museum, Riderick. He's supposed to know everything.
Okay. So looks like we're going back to the museum. Ooh, a sharpening stone. Need one of those, definitely. I think I need garlic for one of the recipes.
Were you at the pledge?
New here?
Yeah. Victory over health.
You look tired.
Yeah. Bandits. Try. Sleep, damn it, is the worst son of a bitch I ever fought. No sleeping now. The service is eternal. Where would we be if Seawall took naps all the time? You need to serve. Not.
How long have you been awake?
I shut my eyes for about 15 minutes every day. Sometimes 20. Besides, a true keeper doesn't sleep. He keeps watch. The Old Mother will reward me after I'm dead. But I'm not gonna lie. That potion from Eber, our physician, works miracles. You could stand on the walls all day and night and not even think about closing your eyes. What? Listen, pal, I never asked. I just came in the evenings when I was getting sleepy and took it. And then Jan put it somewhere else. Keeper's vigor. Good stuff.
So you were stealing?
Excuse me? Those were local supplies for every keeper. Shit. Maybe I was stealing. Oh, I never thought about it like that.
Right. So I take it that's one of the lighthouses. Not sure if you can go up into that. I mean, there has to be a way to get up there. How else will they keep it lit?
Stay quiet. Stay safe. You need something?
Oh yeah, this path is way up there. Derp.
You startled me.
Does it go out into the weirdness, though? Oh, dog meat. Wonderful. What if they meant that put that in there as a Fallout reference, but whatever. Here's a staircase, holy crap. Composite bow, let's take a look at that. Six dex, 6 perception. Better, but let's see the numbers. 29 to 32. Oh jeez. Okay. Okay, it looks like the weirdness is gone. At least the night doesn't last for very long. Take everything since we're so close to town, you know, I can just sell any extra crap. Basically just a big loot tower. Where am I seeing the cheese? Weird. Okay. You know, someone had to sit there and be like, okay, we're going up another level. I gotta put more, much more barrels on this level. So there's something there, you know? That was like their job, man. Okay, let's try that in a sec. And of course I find some moonshine. Who even lives up here? Whatever. I don't remember seeing a lever at the bottom, so I'm not sure if this goes... Oh. Nope. Oh, that's probably the lever. Yeah, okay. Sure, whatever. Well, let's see here. Taking my life in my own hands, hopping on this.
I should stay out of trouble.
You should. Okay, so for that one guy's stuff, give me a recipe. What is the recipe? Bounties.
Didn't expect to see you. Good to see you again. The pledge today was very interesting, wasn't it? The certainty in Quartermaster Aimer's voice. Beautiful.
I don't know what they mean by the pledge.
Huh? Ah, yes, of course. So, what do you need this time? The pass again? Are we planning a trip to the Stale Lamb? Hey, not this time, my friend. I've run out of ink.
What?
I'm waiting for a delivery. Steward Orla will let me know when more arrives. In the meantime,
Steward Orla?
I need to ask you for a favor. So, you in? For the sake of our long friendship?
Sure, what do you need?
You do know
What
it
the
needs
hell?
to stay between us. Do you understand? Say you understand.
I understand.
Fantastic. So, here's the thing. On a recent night out at Ron's, it seems I may have left some sensitive documents at the bar. Documents, with Captain Fergus' seal. But not necessarily sealed by him. You know what I mean. I can't really go there right now. Could you get them back for me? I'm sure it won't be too much of a problem.
Sure.
Splendid.
Or was he calling
When you have the
Fergus Aimer?
documents, meet me at the third crowing of the rooster. Or just find me. I'll be around.
You lost or what?
Wasn't happy about the
So
flowers.
the bitch understood the meaning, yes? I'm glad. They should all be scared shitless. Even more so after Cole got what he deserved.
What were you planning?
Congratulations on your powers of observation. Those vagrants should know that since they live on our dime, they also live by our mercy. I can do anything to them, and they can't do shit. My plan was perfect.
It's
sick. Necessary. And I don't have to You're from nowhere, so you're nobody. Become a keeper, and you'll have the right to punch me in the face. But, as it is, you'd only get thrown in jail for starting a fight with a keeper. The refugees are a tumour on the healthy body of the Horns of the South. Remember this, and make wise decisions.
Wait, so did they already kill that guy? What happened?
Ah, that's you.
So House of Village.
Yes, the story goes. The last owner, Keeper Galen, threw himself into the sea one stormy night. The captain put it up for sale ages ago. If you're thinking of buying it, go for it. Make it your home.
Anything else happen?
See you around.
No, he's still there. Weird. Or maybe it's the weirdness of doing weird stuff. A little popping on that winch. Oh, I should have gone to that little side village and chatted with people, but whatever.
What do you need? This is a prison, not a museum. We don't at least, that's what they tell me to say. I'm supposed to be intimidating. Usually, it's nothing but interesting, folks. I'm telling you, in these crazy times, every one of them comes in with some wild tale. But right now, quiet as can be. Good thing I've got my books. All my adventures are in there these days.
You seem pretty content.
Because I am. I asked for this post. Just to get some peace, quiet, and warmth. No useless small talk. No shrieking seagulls, and none of that cursed biting wind. I'm telling you, it's heaven. And I get to read my books too. So if you've got anything interesting, I'd be glad to trade.
Sure. Cut off hand. What? Okay. I think I need to level up a little bit here. Nice shot of this. Yoink. Boom. Alright, I can't talk to him through the bars.
nice to have a break.
What's up with this guy?
You just wait until they let me out. I'll beat you so out of your own. Come a little closer, Zach.
You were drinking on duty.
Nobody asked your opinion. I drink 'cause I want to. I drink 'cause guarding that empty gate is... Maybe I was drunk, but the gate was guarded. It's not your damn pin. I wouldn't even let you in. But all is not lost. We can still be friends. Listen, I'm not guarding the gate right this second, am I? Come on, don't be like that.
Maybe I would give, but I don't have anything like that with me.
Yeah, it's no problem. You can buy some from Ron. With this pin, you can go anywhere. You don't need a pass. Don't forget about old Alderaan, my friend.
Okay. Okay, I can't talk to you anymore. Sure. Okay, I think we need... Oh, okay, I must need a alchemy station for this, not a cook pot. Wait, why would she be called steward?
You're back.
What's the deal with you and Heaven?
Sweet all-mothers, he's still whining about that contract. I want it fair and square. Besides, if you ask me, it's all just posturing. He might have lost the contract for his family, but for him, it was a clear win. Trading with the Keep in an official capacity. It means I don't just run this stand. I also handle orders from the captain and the quartermaster. It's a good deal, I won't lie. But it requires a lot of running around. I don't have time to twiddle my thumbs and make nice with the locals like Heffen does.
How's that a
Look,
for
Heffen
him?
may seem dim, but he's a sly bastard. I'm not saying he lost on purpose, because I doubt that. But he didn't have to slink back to Connacht with his tail between his legs. He's got his little stall in the village, and he lords over it like a bloody king. Grouch that he is, he fits right in with the rest of those old codgers. Plus, he got his family off his back. All in all, I'd say he's doing quite well for himself.
Yeah, I can sell one of these. Yeah, where's the garbage? Alchemy bench. Kind of hard to tell which of these nondescript doors it is, though. Where is it? Alchemy station, okay. Kind of hard to tell what it is. Toothache remedy. Okay, putting stuff in the thing, the stash, you can still access it. That's nice. That's handy. Isn't there something else? Roots of knowledge. Owen, drinking buddies, Finley, museum. Who's Father Goban? Marg. Okay. Where is Marg? Druidic ritual. I'm going to track that one for now. So when I come out here, I can at least see where it's sending me. Okay, doesn't really help at all. I'm back to this one. Why are there 2 question marks up there? Oh, here's my stash.
You're back! How's the remedy?
Here you go.
Thank you! I'll finally be able to eat something. Here, take this as my thanks for your help.
Okay. Move all crafting materials. Okay. Cool. Of course, there I go picking up more crafting materials. Alright, we got 2 quests that need us to go to the museum, so let's do that. I'm getting a lot of quests that I can do like right here in town. Can I pull this out? Okay. Guess I need to collect more of that before I can...
You're back! Thank you! Here.
More of his stuff before I can pull that out. Okay, sure. Well... I've heard you have a long book from the Andraste.
Do you mean the document with information about the course, weather, position, and speed of the ship, as well as all of the stops and other occurrences kept by the captain or the first mate? More specifically, the document from the bridge of the Andraste, which sank tragically in nearby waters in the year 513. Indeed, we have it. Please wait here.
Okay.
Here it is, though I doubt those records will tell you anything, since the weirdness surrounding Avalon made sailing impossible. The knowledge of the precepts of navigation has been forgotten.
So it's useless, there's no way to find the Andraste.
Oh, no. We know that. You should have mentioned that you're looking for the wreck of the Andraste rather than the logbook. Every keeper knows that the Andraste was swallowed by the ocean. It's near what's currently known as Smuggler's Bay. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
Well, thank you. I'd like to ask you about seagulls. Do you know what they're afraid of?
I have to admit that local fauna is not one of my main areas of interest, but I do know the answer to this question, as it is rooted in the history of the Horns of the South. It used to be the case that a significant part of the daily catch was gobbled up by our troublesome coastal neighbors. So the keepers of that time found a very peculiar way to deal with the problem.
Please continue.
Some of them, called the seagullers, scared off the coastal birds using specially constructed masks. They made them from feathers and pieces of tanned pigskin sewn together. The reason the gulls avoided these masks is unclear, but perhaps their peculiar shape reminded them of a natural predator?
Okay. So, once I find a blacksmith area or something, stash, roots of knowledge, overlay, warmest coat, dead as dreams. I guess I need to go out into the woods and find wood. That makes sense. A little too much sense. Met Ewan.
Ah, Owen. Yes, he's my best friend. We don't even need words. Heck no. You should have seen Owen 20 years ago. He was sharp as a pin and could get anything done. If you wanted something, you went to Owen, and he always found a way to help you.
What changed?
Politics. What else? Owen survived 3 captains. One was terribly lazy. He just sat there like moss on a log and did jack shit. That frustrated Owen. Then there was another one. He was afraid of everything. So all he did was kiss Camelot's ass. and that blocked Owen's ideas to do something meaningful with this fish shack. And when it was finally Brandon's turn, Owen was already fed up with all this. It's funny, isn't it? First captain who doesn't mind introducing new ideas, and our local revolutionary has given up already. So now he just putters around in his little garden trying to find some peace in the twilight of his life.
You okay? Okay, so this one I already have. So how much is this one? 200 and 300. Yeah, sure. Helmsman, Noel insists. Noel. Dark shape under the water. Okay. Okay. Get some recipes. There we go. Leveling up my cocaine. So cooking is like an entire skill I gotta level up. Okay. Fear gas.
Yes?
Cemetery.
Why not?
Spoke with Beatrice.
I knew we'd have to deal with this sooner or later. Time isn't exactly on our side. Mahone's condition worsens with each passing night. It's hard for me to admit, but nobody, including myself, really knows what's going on. Maybe a fresh perspective is exactly what we need. If you find any clues, follow them. I'm only interested in the details, and ideally, the solutions. As between her and the captain. Were it up to me, she'd be long gone. Her presence here distracts my men.
If you know Orden's...
He's not our first line of defense. The archers are. Every man here needs to have a job. And no offense to Odrin, but let's just say we can afford to lose him. I'm sure the hordes of visitors clamoring at our gates can survive the insult. Just as I thought. If you have friends among the knights, you'll want to talk to the captain. But that's not happening anytime soon.
Why?
Because I said so. What? Did you really expect that you could just enter our keep and head straight for the captain's quarters? There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if anyone could just do that, would there?
Fair enough. Alright.
If you need rest, you can sleep in the barracks. It's no royal chamber, but it's better to sleep under a roof.
Oh yeah, and I think I have a level to apply. I think I need to put in Dex and Perception. Yeah, seems good enough. $120. Oh, it uses those crabs I've been picking up. Alright. What quest am I on right here? Oh yeah, no, I need to go talk to the guy upstairs. That's right.
Stay out of trouble. Just passing through. Good.
Oh, he's up a level. How do we get up there? Like this.
And?
He says hello.
No, he doesn't. He knows better than that. Ah, look. If I give you something to do, will you stop talking? Here, take some seeds. Find a free plot and grow whatever you want. That'll teach. Besides, I'm a bit...
Stay quiet.
Ooh. Special seeds. Okay. Another little mini game added in here.
Just keep your head down.
Do you sell more seeds? No. Okay, so let's see here. Going back to the village. It's starting to get dark, but hopefully I can get there in time to quote unquote talk to Mute Finley. Tell me about Berg. You need to be more precise. He's a mute. Where can I learn more? No. Learn more outside the horns. Point me in the right direction. I guess he's writing in my map. Visit the place marked on my map. Oh, all the way out there. I think I can explore all this too. Okay, it's so broken down the wood is not even material. fill these. You. Okay, repairing the deck. Creed, Pure Morning. What is Creed and Pure Morning? Oh, yeah. That one out of the way. Alright, I think I've tried
Bloody
to
hell,
talk
look at this! The old place is in a shambles. Bunch of decrepit old coots. They do nothing but shuffle around, stare at walls, and sleep under leaking roofs. Can't even hammer a nail properly. I'm telling you, if I was still working here, this place wouldn't be falling apart. Ah, but I'm not. Ah, shite. I can't even stand to look at it, let alone live here. And who are you? What you want? You another one of Durar's freeloaders? I bloody knew it. Retirement my arse. It's shit. Never a moment of peace. At least when I was still working, there was always something to do. Now, so, what you want?
Take your medicine.
One day my boy got it into his stupid head that old Gaban is ill. Bullshit. They're all telling me I should do something about it, or else I'm done for. I'll be dead as a doornail in no time. Ha! Like hell I will. I'm still here, ain't I? I've served my time. I've lived me life. And now you can all kiss my ass. So there.
Maybe you should do... You don't look so good.
Peace and quiet. Good one. I'll only have my peace and quiet when I'm finally dead. And that ain't gonna happen soon. At least when I'm with Finley, I don't need to listen to his nagging. Listen, they wanted Heber, that healer from the keep, to come here. He did. They wanted him to look me over. He did. Then he just threw up his hands, mumbled something to himself, and that was it. Hell, I should have been an healer. Wouldn't mind going around being a pain in everyone's arse for a living. These herbs. No idea what they're for. Heber said he doesn't know what's wrong with me, so there's no illness. I'm fit as a fiddle. Ah, good thing that at least the one guy who hangs around, Finley's the name, doesn't nag me all the time.
You already said that. Brog wanted to see you, but he didn't have a pass.
Yeah, right. He'd better focus on his job.
Finley's your caregiver.
You sure have a lot of questions. Grab me a... Then you can kiss my arse. I ain't spilling my guts to strangers. Drinking...
Okay. 1 alcohol, please. Oh yeah, keep
No, I don't recall anything like that.
Still the steel Lamb Tavern.
But that means... No. Impossible. What if... Holy moonshine. I remember. Sigibald. It was Sigibald who left those documents behind. I've no idea how you found out about it. Sigi. He's dead. Taken by a fever.
I met him.
Aye, of course I have. I didn't just throw them in some cabinet. I was afraid they'd fall into the wrong hands. He was a good man. I wouldn't get rid of my only memento of him. Here, after what you said, I assume you'll make good use of them. Even though I'm still not sure what to think about it. Things are getting weirder and weirder in our beloved Avalon.
Tell me more about Sigibald.
Well, he died like he lived, with a tankard in his hand. The boys always said Sigi was a friend worth 5 others. And he was. He was a prankster like no other. Once, he slipped a rotten egg into the quartermaster's dinner. Never a dull moment with him, that's for sure. No problem. Listen, if by some miracle you really talked with Sigibald, please, give him my warm regards. I don't understand anything anymore.
Okay, what counts as a alcohol? Sure, let's just say this does.
Hold on. Finley is not my caregiver. He's my helper at most. Hey, first of all, I'm not a cripple who needs a decrepit dimwit running round after me. Secondly, do you know the problem with having a helper who's mute? He doesn't bloody talk. I mean, it's not all bad. At least I don't have to listen to even more bullshit. He puffs up like a marshmallow every time he tries to say something. But I don't understand shit. Why the sudden interest? Maybe if you bring...
More alcohol. Tell me about your service.
You're digging a little deep, aren't you?
Okay. Better be worth it.
That's what he says anyway. But yeah, he's my blood. Eager like me, and look at that bulbous nose. Won't disown what's clearly mine. But I ain't gonna talk with a stranger.
Father and son together in the war.
It's like half the blighters here don't have working peckers. Or they've never even touched a woman. Oh, so many questions. How about a drink first, and then we'll talk? So, what was your question?
Tell me about your service.
You see, back in the day, being a keeper was a serious business. Now, don't even get me started. You used to come here with a mission, not to run away from your bloody mother. Nowadays, lads get brought here by their own kin when they've had enough of them, or they think the Orns can hide them from the law. No, back in my day there was none of this scum. I came here to serve. My girl cried when I left her, but I've always known this is where I wanted to be. How was I supposed to know she had a bloody bun in the oven? By the time the wean was born, I was already planning the lighthouse's construction. Heck knows what he came here for. That's not my problem anymore, and I don't stick my nose in anyone else's business.
You went off topic when I asked about your service.
Getting a bit curious, I see. Hand me a drink, and I'll answer. Maybe.
Really? Come on. Almost tempted to pick up more, but I'm thinking this might be the last one. Hopefully this is the last one.
curious. Ah. I'm starting to like you, stranger. And trust me, it's been a long time since I liked, well, anybody. I liked me brothers in arms back in my glory days. Good lads, every damn one of them. Tough as nails, loyal to a fault. The kind of men you'd want beside you in the darkest holes of Avalon. But they're gone now, all of them. The old captain got it in his head to send us down to rediscover some mouldy tunnels under the keep. Damn fool mission that was. We went in together, but I was the only one to come back out. I can still see all their faces when I close my eyes. A hard loss it was, but I'm still here. Though some days I wonder why. Oh, so many.
Again. We gotta do this the hard way, one at a time. Come on. Yeah. Whoa. Starting to fade.
What's got you so nosy? For me. Ah. Those tunnels, right. Well, me and the lads went down there to check if we could repurpose them under the horns. Damn fool mission that was. But it wasn't just some empty caves. There were monsters, straight out of Age of Legends. Sick stuff. Stuff that get under your skin. Looked like... ah, hell. Memories all twisted up now. Like a bloody nightmare mixed with shadows that don't belong. Want to know more? Speak with Fergus. He's in charge of this shit show now. Now, I propose a toast to those lost souls. This one's on me. Feast, you say? Problem is, sometimes I think they never died. They haunt me in my dreams, you know. Bloody bastards. I swear I wanted to go back and retrieve their bodies. But our late captain, like Grindelows piss on his grave, forbade me from going back. But when I drink, I usually pass out, and then I don't remember my dreams. So, I drink. My brothers deserved better.
Okay.
Those lads deserve better.
Alright. What else we got going on here? Okay, repairing the deck. Sure. Quest. What was that Creed quest? Okay. Let's read those documents. Letter to Citadel. Never thought there would come a time in my life when I would write this letter until now. I believe that all the bad things that happened since you left were caused by your poor decision. I also blame you for losing Arian. It's funny how things change over time. It seems that I've changed too. I don't even know if this stupid letter will ever reach you. If it does, I'm sorry and I accept your apologies. Roos? Maybe they meant to say Ron but misspelled. I don't know. Armorer's Almanac. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, let's go talk to these people before the sun goes down. If possible.
I wish Morris were here with me already. Do you need help settling in, dear? This isn't the best day to start a new life in this place, but we don't always get to choose, do we? What a nasty business with that boy. I'm almost glad my Morris isn't here for this. He's such a bleeding heart.
What happened to the boy?
Oh, I'm not sure, love. I don't move around too much. I just heard about that fight with the road keeper, and now poor Cole's locked up in a cage. Him and Patrice make such a lovely young couple. They remind me of Morris and me when we were their age.
Just have some
I'm
business.
sorry, dear. I hope I didn't offend you. I'm still not used to all this. You see, I was born in Little Grove and thought I would live out the rest of my life there, working in the orchards in the mornings and drinking warm cider with my beloved in the evenings. We never wanted to see the world. I guess sometimes the world doesn't give us a choice, does it?
Avalon is harsh.
That's what people say, but I never agreed. I weathered many storms with my Morris, coming out stronger each time. Avalon taught us to cherish the little joys of our everyday life. Without those lessons, we wouldn't have survived what happened to our village.
What happened to
Little Grove was raided by bandits, a local gang that had been terrorizing the area for months, growing in numbers with each raid. Their leader, Bald Kate they called her, somehow got hold of a branding iron used to mark outlaws. After pillaging a village, she'd brand some men and women of her choosing. That way, Kate made sure nobody would ever help them, and that they'd have no choice but to turn to her if they wanted to survive. My Morris used to be a skilled tanner. I guess that's why she picked him.
It's brutal but efficient.
It is, isn't it? Kate is nothing if not resourceful. It's a shame she doesn't put that talent into helping people instead of hurting them.
Where's he now?
I don't know. The keeper at the gate turned Morris away because of the brand on his face. I would have left with him, but I was sick and exhausted from the journey, so I promised to join him when I got better. Except now, I've no idea where to find him. No, he only promised that he'd find somewhere safe, but I'm not sure if there is any such place left in the south.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
Oh, Mother bless you, my dear. That's all I could ask for. Please, let me know as soon as you learn anything.
What's it like living here?
At first, it wasn't so bad. But now it gets worse every day. We just sit around here, doing nothing. Don't get me wrong, we have food, we have a roof over our heads, and we're grateful for that. But no one trusts us enough to let us do any work. None of us wants to be a freeloader, as they call us. I wouldn't mind a task or two to earn my keep and to take my mind off my troubles. I might not be all hale and hearty, but I've still got two good hands, which is more than you can say about some of the codgers living here.
I heard you had a strange dream.
Oh, yes. There was one, but I don't quite remember what it was about. I'm sorry, dear. Stay safe, dear.
Okay. There's one.
Wish I'd stayed asleep.
You've come to put me in the cage.
What?
Sorry. Just a bit of grim humor. You know, about what's been happening here. Such a mess, isn't it? Cola's alright, and Beatrice, what a shame. Such a fine girl. Anyway, I'm Ellis. Nice to meet you. What do you need?
I heard you had a strange dream.
Aye, there was a dream. Strangest bloody thing out of all the strange shite I've seen. When we woke up, we realised that every one of us had a weird night. I was out in the wild. I had this feeling like something was chasing me. But it was Col who really had it rough. Poor sod was moping around afterwards like he'd been hit by a sack of bricks. Yes and no, to be honest. See, Col has always been quick to anger, especially when things went sour. And back then, an awful lot of things were going to shite. But this time, I don't know, it felt different. He didn't even bother chatting with Beatrice. Normally, they're a good couple. A real match, if you ask me.
Cole tell you what
No,
it's about.
he didn't talk to me or anyone else in the group. Guess he didn't want us to worry. Especially his lass.
Okay. Were you on watch?
Right. I admitted to them that I'd fallen asleep. My eyelids felt like they weighed a ton, and before I knew it, I was out. Maybe it's stupid, but I had this strange feeling, like something was inviting me into that dream of me. Don't ask me why. Feels mad just talking about it now, but, well, we were all dead tired, so it's probably just that.
Well, I'm Ellis. Goldsmithing is my life and passion, and between you and me, I feel like I'm losing my mind without it. When I hold tools and make beautiful things, it feels like I can bring some light into this wretched world. I wish I was somewhere where I could just do some goldsmithing, but I'm a bit scared. So, here I am, sitting on my ass in some village listening to waves and the screams of seagulls and old men. Nothing to write home about, even if I still had one.
What were you doing before you joined?
I was working as a goldsmith in a group of, let's call them, business people. I was once traveling with a caravan that got attacked by him. Their chief was a smart guy. The moment he heard I was a goldsmith, he knew what to do with me. He got me converting all the jewelry they stole into new pieces. Do you want to hear what I did once?
Sure.
We went to Timberwall. The gang wanted to rob some merchant's house. We holed up in a seedy tavern and waited for the right moment. Then, one night they broke in. Came back with a whole load of trinkets. Beautiful stuff. The moment I saw it all, I instantly knew what I wanted to craft.
Timberwall
They
is
gave me
the
a couple
place
of
where
days.
Orla's from.
Tinkered for a bit, and then, ta-da! Brand new merchandise. After I was finished, I dressed myself all nice. Went to that merchant's house and went, "Good morning, kind sir. I'm a goldsmith. My work is renowned in all of Camelot. Would you be interested in what I have to offer?" You know what he said? Of course I would. That nonce bought the entire lot, even though I inflated the prices like a street peddler. And when I came back, the others couldn't believe their eyes. I thought I was gonna keel over. I miss that.
Okay.
You need something?
I've already told you I'm not going anywhere. If you want something from me, then... Oh. I don't know you. I'm Dugald.
You could have chosen a better time to come here. Kind of poor ambience, if you know what I mean.
Well, at least we have a roof over our heads.
How did you end up here?
My boy Frang and I came here with the others. We left our village because... we had to. But Frang is a good lad, so he came with me. I took him in, you know.
Found the poor sod at the mill, sleeping in the hay. He was chilled to the bone back then, but I could tell he'd be a strong lad once he thawed out. He used to help out on the farm.
He's young, but he already has a couple of tattoos. Tribal ones. Means he must have been cast out of the Del Rita.
At first, people in our village gave him dirty looks, but then they realized he wasn't a bandit.
He was a good, hard-working kid. Then they started to treat him as one of their own. Ah, Frang is a quiet boy, and he doesn't talk much about himself. I feel like those days with the reader are long buried for him. Almost like he never lived them.
Where are you
Roscree. Few shacks and a small field of grain. I was a miller back there. My daughter married a good, hard-working man. Eventually, I gave them the mill.
Still helped around, but wanted to let the young folks learn how to work there. Then this kid, Frang, came along. everything seemed to be going pretty well.
Something happened.
Of course, something happened. Life here can't just be bearable. Oh no. Everything has to get screwed up somehow. That's the way it goes in this cursed land. My dear Trina and her bairn. They got caught by a weird beast. I started to hit the bottle and finally, my son-in-law kicked me out. I left Roscree. And so did Fran. He says he has some kind of life debt. And he won't leave me alone until one of us drops dead.
Sorry about your daughter and grandkid.
I'm sorry too. To be honest, I'm a bit confused about what's going on. Usually it was me who yelled at everyone, and now I feel like a drudge. And this nasty thing with Coll. Poor lad. Shouldn't have ended like that. He and Beatrice got along very well. Let me tell you something. When I saw all these wrinklies around here, I thought this place would suit me. But then all this shit happened. I suspect we won't stay here long.
Strange dream.
Ah, yes. The people are making a fuss over nothing. A dream is just a dream. No need to dwell on it.
Okay. Okay, where's this Frang in character? Is this Frang?
Something happened. Frang listens.
Heard he has strange
Frang
dreams?
doesn't know dream. Frang calls them visions. And yes, Frang had one not long ago. Alone, surrounded by wolves. They were no aggressive, so Frang felt no fear. It was they who feared Frang. Then, I caught the scent of blood and followed it. But I didn't reach the end. The vision stopped. Now, Frang waits for the next one, to see what's ahead. I'm not from anywhere. Frang is attached to nowhere. I found a home with Dugald. I owe him a life debt. Frang was never a dull reader. Not without a name. Without a name, you are nobody in the tribe. Like me. And if that lasts too long, you must leave. I left and became Frang. Frang. A name, and not a name.
What happened?
Nothing happened to Frang. A stray taken in by a miller. That's all. Frang cannot be a dull Riada. His mother was. But the tribe decided that he was not worthy of a name. That is why he's not of the tribes.
Do you know a Dalrita named Conqueror?
Conquer. Wolf. Strong. Important name. Not seen in the south for a long time. Must be dead.
Horns.
A place without a leader. As I see it, I will finally fall apart. One way or another.
How do you
There
know?
are no tales about a place that survived without a strong leadership. And it's not about kings, nobleshites, or chieftains. Titles are just words that pull the wool over a man's eyes. What's needed is a strong soul with a strong name. And their names mean as much as Frang's. Which is to say, nothing.
What about people you came here with?
Now they're a bit like Frang. Strays with no home. Beatrice is strong, despite what happened with Cole. Ellis. He's funny. I like him. Rawson. I know nothing about her. And Dugald. A man who became Frang's father. He has my gratitude.
Where do the people live here?
Don't bother.
Okay, have you met the keepers?
Frang never met the keepers, but the unnamed boy did. Once, a few of them, many years ago, we fought. The unnamed boy survived even though he showed fear. Shouldn't do that.
Why'd the unnamed boy
The keepers approached the camp of the boy's people. But that past does not belong to Frang. I'm Frang.
Okay.
Nothing changes. Nothing ever will.
Okay, is Ruzen, the other lady,
I'd be
I'm
alone
guessing?
today.
Yep, that's Ruzen. And I assume the weirdness is going to be popping up here pretty soon. Let's see here. Creed, yeah, let's go turn this in. Then that'll probably be it for the night.
You're back! Hi!
Hello. I've got the documents. You were right. There were no problems.
I told you, Ron is a good guy. And here's a little something for you. You know I pay well.
Ron was a bit confused.
Yes? What's the matter, my friend?
Well, you're dead.
You're really good at this today. Wait. Oh. Oh, you're serious. I understand. For so many years, I've been afraid to open this letter. But it looks like I needed to read it. Well, it is what it is, right? And I've been wondering why no one wants to talk to me. I thought to myself, are they mad at me or what? But why are you talking to me? How can you see me?
I wish I knew.
Anyway, may the All-Mother bless your path. See you next time.
Huh, okay. Anything worth seeing here?
Not exactly. You've already been to Ron, but since we're mates now, I suppose I can tell you about something. Listen closely. A few of us had a little gambling ring. Not to brag, but I was quite good at it. The winnings aren't much use to me anymore, so if you're interested, I'll tell you where I stashed them. Here. Just mind the waves.
Okay.
Ooh, Ern, Armand, and Richt. Haven't seen them in a long while, so I've no clue what they're up to now. But I'd wager they've got their own stashes hidden somewhere too. Cunning bastards.
Did you like your
Oh, yes. Great place, great people. And before I became a keeper, let me put it this way. I've done a lot more for a lot less. Here, you can always have a meal and some kind of shelter above your head. And that's something, isn't it? Sure, you can make more gold as a leader, but that comes with much more responsibility, my friend.
Okay.
Take care out there. Keep your wits about you.
New quest, Sigi always wins.
Take care out there. Keep your wits.
I wish they would color these different. Worm's coat. Roots of knowledge. Aha! Let's take a look at what this roots of knowledge is. Oh, yeah. finish the quest chain. Okay, so I was thinking the weirdness came out anytime it was night, but I guess that's not the case. I guess it's a random thing. I still think it probably only comes out at night. Oh, wait, no. There it is. It's more annoying than being like a real thing, you know what I mean? I completely forget I have this. So what is the sketching? 10 stamina cost. It deals damage. Go check the last room. Last couple of rooms. Can maybe spend the night without paying and no one will know. Yeah, it's so fun. It's so sexy. Well rested. This Sigibald quest line. Because I know I will probably not remember. Where'd it go? Okay, it's like an area. So I am in the area. I may have already found it. Never mind. Alright. Golden Ring. Keeper's Cape. Let's take a look at that. Because I don't think I have a cloak at all. Ooh. Incoming healing, okay. Alright, that should finish that one. Is there a place you can see the completed quests? Yep, there we go. There we go. Alright. So yeah, this is, let's see, what should we do next time? What plan to do? Okay, whatever, it's more questing around the town. Looks like we need to do. Maybe search around this just to clean up the map or whatever. Then, you need to finish making the coat. Need to figure out exactly where to make the coat. Okay. We'll get into that next time. So, till next time, later.